places, please, everybody. All right, 3, 2, 1, action! Okay, well, that's terrific. Why are you so pumped up? Are you on steroids? Why do I get up in the morning? That's just too far fucked. Hey, Kermit the Frog here, and you are listening to Manny on UFO Buster Radio Network. Yay!
This is Sparta! Fatality.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 424 of the UFO Buster Radio Report. I'm back again. Almost, I don't even know where to go actually, because 423 ended abruptly at the end. It's funny because someone was in the live chat saying, I got something to say. And I think I even announced it yesterday that the moment that I tried in mid-podcast to try to get the call-ins going, that more than likely shit was going to hit the fan. And it did. So while I was trying to get that set up, the everything just froze and then locked up and it was over. Like I was, and for some reason too, let me just say this, that everyone got an earful of Biden. Basically everyone that was listening live, all you heard was Biden commercials, like 3 or 4 in a row. Coincidence? I don't know. A setup? Probably. This is UFO Buster Radio. I am Manny Moonraker, and today is Tuesday. We talk about space a little bit. Space news, things that have happened recently, in the last week. Stuff that might have happened today. Actually, there were 2 things that happened today. Actually, 3 altogether. It was a crazy day for space in so many different ways. So many new things happened. We literally, if you look up news articles for today, there was crazy stuff like Voyager 1 and 2. They made the news again. Yeah. One of them, I think it was Voyager 2. I'm not sure, but one of them woke up again and started sending messages from way 4.2 far outside of our solar system. And was giving us a kind of like an indication of what that part of the space is like. Apparently a little thicker. That's, I don't know where they go with that, but it is what it is. It just isn't crazy to me that those things are Voyager 1 and 2, but if you're a Star Trek fan, it's Voyager, basically. Eventually they'll come back and take care of the planet. But it's amazing to me that those things are still working. How can that be? Unbelievable. But there's articles about that. There's articles about some new discoveries, kind things dealing with the creation of the universe, because we know that much. We don't know shit. Let's be honest about that. We don't. But we got 4 articles. I want to say what's up to the guys that are in the live chat. We got The Norm, Dave, and Green Man. The Norm, he actually came back. He was lost for a bit. We had like an Asgardian APB out, and we were like combing the entire planet looking for the missing Asgardian. But he showed up yesterday in order to, join us, because we did have that call yesterday. It just wasn't on the podcast. It ended up being on Discord. And if you're not on Discord, you're missing out. So we have a green room set up on Discord where we can have video and audio chats. And if you're feeling froggy, you can do video and audio at the same time. But that's where we ended up having the call in. And we were there to almost 1 o'clock in the morning. It was a long chat, let me tell you. That was quite the freak out that happened in that chat yesterday. But you got to be a member of the Discord in order to be on top of these things and be able to participate in the madness, the after party that is UFO Buster Radio. So without further ado, because I do have another APB, All Points Bulletin now for another Asgardian that's missing today, and that would be Dre. Dre is missing. So if you guys are in South Texas and you come across someone dressed in a carpenter suit, and that might be him. You just got to find out. Just ask him, are you Dre? Are you the Asgardian? Let me check. Are you, malleable to a few probings? If the answer is yes, then yeah, that's Dre. You got him. I also got a comment on YouTube about the music yesterday. Listen, the best thing about the whole thing is that you can fast forward. I was in that kind of a mood yesterday, Just like today, the music is all over the place. But let's get ready with the first one, and let's get it.
It's the least I can do. You know I was trying, it was never enough. I needed somebody, but it got too much. And I know that I've got my problems, and sometimes I lay them on you. But hear me out and give me a chance to say it out loud. Pray for me while I pick up the pieces, turning things around. And maybe things will get better, so wait for me on the other side. I got you by my side. A million reasons for me to see clear, and you're in the middle, so I feel no fear. And I know that I've got my problems, and sometimes I lay them on you. But hear me out and give me a chance to say out hope with everything that you do. I make so much progress when I'm here with you. You hold all the pieces, all of me in your hands. Wait for me while I pick up the pieces, turning things around. And maybe things will get better. So wait for me on the other side.
And that was Wait For Me on the Other Side by the Grim Reaper. Just you guys, for those of you guys that didn't know, the Grim Reaper was from Texas. We have another APB out, to be honest. Besides Dre, we also have Pucky. Pucky is missing in action. Now, he did have a freak accident. He had a tree fall on his home, and the whole entire kitchen was taken out. So, yeah. As guardians, they go through the normal life stuff. I don't know if that's really normal, but it's almost too normal. This first article really got me. I was not happy about it. Hold on a second. I feel like this thing is just too loud. Like I'm shouting at everyone. This first article just came out of the U.S.
China.
Yep. It has to do with the presidential race.
China.
But not the candidates themselves. I was caught off guard by that egotistical, maniacal scientist by the name of Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah. He clickbaited me. And probably a lot of you, too, who are watching or, watching all the activity in the U.S. over this election, because what else is there to do, right? The first article is about an asteroid that apparently is going to hit the planet. There's a percentage attached to this, because, every week we come close to being destroyed by some asteroid. But this one is going to hit right before Election Day. According to Neil deGrasse Tyson, he warned that this is a real deal. It can happen. And we see these every week. It comes up in all these different publications. And most of the times you'll see a picture of some, Earth-killing, dinosaur-destroying meteor the size of freaking Rhode Island or Australia just hit the planet. This one is not so big. And then when you have like NASA say that shit like every week and all these other publications, people don't care. They're used to it. But then you get this maniacal, egotistical some bitch by the name of Neil deGrasse Tyson say it, and then people listen. Because now it's got to be a real thing, because really? He's not worried about you. He's worried about himself. He says basically he just wanted to share some information about the upcoming election and the shit that's going to happen right before it. It is projected to actually do a flyby November 2nd, which is just around the corner. And the funny thing is, this article near deGrasse Tyson at one point says that it is a projected landing. The asteroid, known as 218 VP1. Funny that it has the VP in it. 218 VP1 is the size of your refrigerator. It's not that big, but it is traveling at about 25,000 miles per hour. So I can imagine what the fuel economy is on that. according to Neil deGrasse Tyson, Mr. Personality himself, he says it may buzz cut the Earth on November 2nd, the day before the presidential election, but it's not big enough to cause harm. So, if the world ends in 2020, it won't be the fault of the universe. Glad that I got clickbaited to bring that to you guys. So you imagine your refrigerator hurtling anywhere at 25,000 miles an hour. It's bound to make some kind of an impact. Now, it is pretty small, so more than likely, if it even hits our atmosphere, it'll probably just burst into tiny little pieces of COVID-45 all over the place. Little to no damage, but we might just have that kind of luck. It is 2020, and this could be probably like a steel core or something or another sent by some alien somewhere here to take out the candidates and give us a fresh restart. That's just the way I feel about it at the moment. It turns out NASA also was on top of this so-called VP of a refrigerator-sized asteroid, and but they actually mentioned it back in December of last year. So Neil deGrasse Tyson, he just jumped on the bandwagon. Actually, it was back in August. They measured it, and here's the thing: we know how well they measure things when they're so damn far away. So it's probably a good 10, 12 feet. But yeah, he was counting. Of course, they said roughly the size of a refrigerator, and the percentage of an opportunity to restart the political climate in the United States, it turns out to be 0.41. Basically, nothing. So what we can expect to see, if anything, and might just be a flyby that might come really close or not at all. Either way, nothing to worry about except for Neil deGrasse Tyson now taking up the clickbaiting wars. I just don't know what to do about it. It just drove me insane that he actually got away with that. That's just nuts. And it's funny too, because of all things that could happen in 2020, here's an election happens every 4 years, falls on 2020. We got the madness going on the whole year, and why not introduce an asteroid right before election day? It's just crazy. And even with that, I'm pretty sure 2020 is going to go out with a bang. There's no doubt about it. Something crazy is going to happen. And this 2018 VP1, that is the least of people's worries, I guarantee you. The rest of the article is in the description for you to click at and maybe find out some more information. And, I shouldn't be the only one that got clickbaited by that. I'm almost ashamed about it.
Hell, I come 40,000 miles over here to see what them pretty little lips gonna do to me, baby. But every single time that I come around, it seems you got another man trying to keep you down, baby. Well, you might think you're driving me insane, but I made the game that you're trying to play. I think you maybe ought to know this ain't my first rodeo. I've been around long enough to know some things you can't take back, some things you just got to let go. Yes. Well, hell, I got Sammy on the phone, Nikki at home, trying to get along so I can deal with you, babe. No, I ain't got time to change your mind, 'cause the bus is a humming. Are you staying, are you coming, babe? Well, you might think you drive me insane. I made the game that you're trying to play. I think that maybe you should know this first rodeo. I've been around long enough to know there's some things you can't take back. There's some things you just got to let go. Well, I ain't got time to change your mind, 'cause the bus is a humming. Are you staying? Are you coming? Come on, baby. Well, I ain't got time to change your mind, 'cause the bus is a humming. Are you staying? Are you coming? Well, you might think you're driving me insane, but I made the game that you're trying to play. You know, I think you really ought to know this ain't my first rodeo. Hell, I've been around long enough to know that there's some things you can't take back. Some things you just got to let go. Well, there's some things you can't take back. Lord, some things you just got to let go. Oh, you gotta let go. Oh, Lord, you can't take it back.
I know you guys are thinking, oh my God, 2 days of back-to-back crazy music. There's a whole damn state out there just enjoying that music right now. So you settle down, Missy. Yeah, you settle down. You pull yourself up by your big girl panties and you sit down and do-si-do your partner. Okay? There was a question posted in the live chat right now from Tom Selleck. Tom Selleck said, how in the flying fuck did they see something so small from so far away? It's easy. It's all in the math. Draconian math at times, but still. You walk out into the field with a lot of ants and you focus your Coke bottle glasses on that ant, you're in training to spot deep space asteroids from 4.2 far. Guaranteed. Try it out. This next article is more of a PSA announcement, basically, because the folks in South Texas, again, it is time for you to brace yourselves. As a matter of fact, if you have a bunch of lawn inflatables, shaped like pumpkins and witches and all that kind of stuff, wrap that shit up, put it away, they're going to get damaged. SN8. The next version of the Starship from SpaceX out of Boca Chica that is going to make or attempt, hopefully successfully, but for you guys in South Texas, this is why you're getting the PSA. 11-mile high test flight is really, we're on the heels of it. Now, my prediction was last week, it will not happen at the end of October, because there's always some kind of fucking delay. But this morning, about 3 a.m. Central Standard Time, they started testing again, SN8. SN8 has 3 Raptor engines. All the other ones before it only had 1. So if you go to YouTube and you look this up, because it's out there already, the amount of lights and sound, the flash of the Raptor engines going off, the sound from 5 miles away. There's videos out there that were 5 miles away from this thing, and it was like a sonic boom, and they only turned on the engines for a few seconds. So, ladies and gentlemen of South Texas, please, don't take this lightly. I would imagine that right now, that the road closures in Boca Chica will go way beyond Boca Chica at this point. I don't see how they wouldn't take extra precautions here. 11-mile hop, 3 Raptor engines. Now, I don't think it's going to happen this weekend, but we'll see what happens. The week is still young. It's only Tuesday. But the nose cone is not on it, so they need to get that on before they hop, because it's supposed to be almost fully dressed. The phallus is supposed to be all there this time around, so we'll see what happens. Now, I do see a window opening here, and that is that because the Crew Dragon Mission 2 up to the ISS has been moved into November, because it was supposed to happen October 31st. I think that's a window to kind of open up to force or really squeeze in there at the last minute the SN8 launch. I'm just saying, because really, to be honest, whenever the Crew Dragon takes off, Elon doesn't hang out in Boca Chica. He goes to wherever the hell the Crew Dragon is taking off from, to give his speech, do his little dance and all that kind of stuff. Happy, happy, joy, joy. So I think that there's an opportunity for him to, because Crew Dragon's been pushed up, basically to come in and sneak in an 11-mile hop. So I think it's possible. We'll see. Will the steel phallus be completely dressed by this weekend? That's the question. That's the question we got to see. But for you guys in South Texas, listen, this is one of those opportunities that you don't get. You do not get. Yeah, there could be a heightened amount of danger for everyone in South Texas, especially you guys who like going to, South Padre in that area, which is not too far from Boca Chica. Anybody trying to cross the border undetected on the boat, you're in trouble. Try not to do it when this thing freaking launches, because it might take you out. All in all, we hope for this particular test to be amazing and another step forward in the development of the Starship. Now, the Starship right now is nowhere near the size of what we're going to be looking at eventually, where we're looking at possibly an 165-foot tall, 50 meters for your Draconians, Starship vehicle that's going to sit on top of a Super Heavy. Possibly also with about 28 to 30 Raptor engines. That is a huge craft. That'll be good to see if they can actually get this going. But we'll be here sitting on the edge of our seats waiting for this to happen. And really, I think they should do the right thing and evacuate Boca Chica. Get all those people who didn't move, get them the hell out of there, because I don't know, man. You just got to be careful. Anytime, shit can go wrong. And if you've noticed, all of these tests, they're extremely careful when it comes to testing and, making sure, especially that they don't blow up any more of these, as they call them in the car business, mules, or these test vehicles. They don't want to blow any more up because it's just too much work. It really is. But we'll see. 11 miles or bust, ladies and gentlemen, in South Texas. You better cover your behind when this happens. Either go up north, up to Dallas or San Antonio, or just stay there and pray. Pray about it. But keep your eyes to the skies in case you got to run really quick to get out of the way. What can you say?
All I ever wanted was you, but you left me alone inside these empty, broken walls. And I can't see it clearly, but it's obvious. I know that you left me alone inside this empty, broken hall. And now you'll be the reason why my soul is tainted. Somebody help me, 'cause I feel
By the way, if you're listening and you made it this far in, yeah, the music is crazy. It's crazy. But I enjoy playing it, and that's what makes a podcast a little bit different than all of the other ones that you listen to when it comes to this topic. So, if you enjoyed it, even if it's just one song, pick your favorite. Hit like, share, subscribe, tell your people about it, tell your friends about it. Topic of conversation by the water cooler while you shout from behind your mask. What better thing to really get to know someone about? I mean, if you're going on a first date, do you believe in aliens? Have you been probed before? Those are real questions, real life situations. You can't just poo-poo that aside. Those are questions you have to ask. So, you're welcome. You're welcome. This is a great article. Actually, the two articles that we have left have to do with very similar situations, believe it or not. This one particularly has to do with NASA's OSIRIS-REx. Yeah, finally, after how many years? It's like 2 years that this little piece of a so-and-so has been hanging around Bennu. Right? Just hanging around it, taking all these kind of measurements of the asteroid Bennu and checking it out, taking pictures. I mean, it's a beautiful thing to be a rock in the middle of space, 200 million miles away, zero, nowhere, in the darkness of nothingness. And of course, I mean, why not? Why wouldn't we send and actually spend millions of dollars in order to follow an asteroid around and then eventually land on it? But not only that, not only just land on it, but also scoop up. This is live, by the way, no editing. But scoop up some material to bring back to the planet Earth. Yeah. Why? What's the benefit in that? I don't get it. I still do not get it. The article says the spacecraft craft attempted to suck up rocks and dirt from the asteroid. My thing is, how the hell does that stuff stay on there? Have you seen the size of this thing? It's not that big. It really isn't. But for the love of Christ, how in the hell is it that dirt and these loose rocks actually stay on there? Who knows? That's not my cup of tea. But anyway, the first sentence in this article says that this could aid humanity in diverting other asteroids that could slam into the Earth. Well, we're a little bit too late because we have one coming right before Election Day. So who cares? The other one says that NASA attached this little pogo stick of under this vehicle in order for it to get down to the planet and snatch up some samples. Now, according to a lot of the live coverage today, this actually happened. From what they can tell, because it's still 200 million miles away, it is very possible that they grabbed a sample. The issue is the distance and how long it takes to communicate with the spacecraft in order to figure out if it did it or not. If it maybe caught a couple of pebbles, it's not going to be worth anything. Or if it caught like pounds of that shit in order to bring it back and possibly end up, starting the next pandemic. Dante Lauretta, the principal investigator for this mission, said, I can't believe we actually pulled it off, man. Yeah, he actually said something like that. Pretty close to it, but not exact. One of the goals, according to this, is that if this thing, this little grubby-handed 5-finger discount of a spacecraft actually got the sample we were supposed to get, it apparently could unlock the potential secrets of the solar system from when it was first formed 4.5 billion years ago. I know some of you are thinking, so what? What the hell does that do for us right now? It's not going to cure cancer, apparently. And it's not. You can't use it as a way to enhance human ability. No, none of that. It's not a form of birth control. No, not from 4.5 billion years ago. It is not going to feed the hungry, but it will give us an insight as to what was happening when the solar system was formed. Like anyone gives two fucks about that. It's just crazy. The asteroids apparently are like time capsules, according to this individual, floating in space that can provide a fossil record of the birth of the solar system, according to Lori Glaze, who is the director of NASA's Planetary Science Division. She said this during a news conference yesterday. Again, what benefit do we get? This goes hand in hand with them spending years studying things that are billions of light years away. What is it for? Who are we helping with this? This a greater understanding of what? So we figure out what happened to the solar system about 4.5 billion years ago. Then what? What the hell do you do with that information? I have no idea. Who knows? Now, it's very possible that they could find other things if they really looked from the sample, because apparently this is a carbon-rich asteroid. And earlier, way back when it first landed, I was first taking pictures and readings from this thing, apparently they were thinking that it is very possible that there could be microbial life on it. And if that happens, well, hey, hats off. You've basically just proved the fact that life can exist anywhere, even on an asteroid from 4.5 billion years ago. So, we'll see what happens. Who knows? But one of the other theories is that Bennu, the asteroid itself, might have been part of the debris that could have seeded life on our planet. So they always go into all these different tangents trying to sell this thing to us. I don't understand. So it seeded the planet 4.5 billion years ago. 4.5 billion so fucks. Who cares? It's not going to help us. It isn't. Let's be honest. The only thing positive that we can get from this is that they find maybe an actual fossil. How about that? Of something. Who knows? Or maybe some real evidence of there being some kind of microbial life on that rock. And then, that would really change everything. I don't even know that they would tell us, to be honest. We don't really know. I don't think they would actually come on and say, hey, we found fossils. They'll hold that shit for a while, to be honest. Now, our little handy-dandy 5-finger discount asteroid grabbing some B can actually grab up to 4 pounds of material. But, again, they don't know. They're not going to know until possibly tomorrow or maybe in a few hours when it's at the best time to get that direct communication from the craft. So we'll see. It's either going to be a couple of specks or 4 pounds of some of the oldest damn dirt you ever seen. So keep your eyes and ears ready, because we'll have to see what the plan is in order to study this dirt and all of its unspoken secrets. The next one is actually a pretty similar story, but it comes out from one place that we all love to hear news about.
China.
Yeah, it's coming from China. So because of that, the next song is a tribute to the folks in
China.
Man, I could really get down. That was a really good beat. I could just imagine this coming up on one of those drunken holidays because I could be on and cutting the rug to this. And it wouldn't be like a traditional Chinese movement, more like if I had like a epileptic attack. But still, it would be entertaining for somebody, especially me.
China. China. China.